Now, what I want you to do is to challenge yourself to use the least amount of air as possible, because the overuse of air Hey gang, welcome back again to Ken Tamplin Vocal Academy, where the proof is in the singing. I get asked this all the time: how do I fix my voice? Well, a lot of people have a lot of different vocal issues, so it depends on the vocal issue. Do you sound croaky when you sing? Do you crack a lot when trying to hit a note? Are you hoarse a lot, even walking around talking, you're hoarse? So there's a lot of things that come into play when it comes to what is affecting the voice and why. Let's talk about a couple of them, because this is really important. Now, what a lot of people don't realize is that when we have acid reflux, or when we have post-nasal drip, or when we've oversung or even overspoke the night before at a party, or some venue that you played at or whatever, each one of those has a different element of what happens. But eventually and ultimately what happens is the chords themselves, they're kind of shaped like this. They have what's called phonation. When they close, this is what creates sound, okay? And this is really important, because when it loses chord closure, it's called dysphonia, or no sound, lack of sound, okay? And as the chords themselves become thick, and when they become thick, they lose this elasticity and the resiliency and the ability to close down. Now, mucus could be getting in there from postnasal drip, and so it's got this kind of rattly sort of sound, or a hoarseness in the sound, and so forth. So, but there, by the way, I make no medical claims. If you have a medical condition, please go see your licensed healthcare practitioner. This is not about giving medical advice. This is about giving personal advice of things I know that work. Now, I do have a singing course. It's called Voice Repair, Heal from Home. So if you have some issues, you can find it right here at kentamplinvocalacademy.com, Voice Repair, and it will do wonders for your voice. Now, let me explain what happens. So as we talk or sing or whatever, we have to understand that we need to talk and sing from our whole stomach. People say the diaphragm, it's really the whole core of your stomach. I have all kinds of free tutorials on that. So if you go to YouTube, search my name, how to sing with the diaphragm or whatever, you'll see a lot of things that come up. So anyway, but one of the things that's most important is getting resiliency back in the chords, elasticity, because they're thick, they're stuck like leather, they're not, like a rubber band, they become leathery because of, like I said, acid reflux, postnasal drip, silent reflux, GERD, other things like that, and or just overdoing it, okay? So what we do is we actually create small sounds. We start with really small sounds. And we try to cut back the air as much as possible. Now, I'm gonna do a simple triad with you. I'm not gonna go through the whole thing. You can get the course if you think you want to, but I'm gonna do a mean average. So ladies, you can do this up the octave. I want you to hold your breath. Literally hold your breath, and we're gonna sing an E vowel, okay? And we're gonna do a simple triad, and the triad is gonna go like this. Now, what I want you to do is to challenge yourself to use the least amount of air as possible, because the overuse of air dries out the cord, exacerbates the cord, and creates even more inflammation, okay? So you're gonna back, and I want you to also challenge yourself to do the least amount of volume with the brightest tone that you can. We don't want, this airy, hooty, fluty stuff, okay? So just do this again. Sorry, I have to have support too. Let's try that again. Now, do you hear that kind of buzzy sort of sound? I've coined a phrase, and the phrase is ping is king. That nice bright ping in the sound, the timbre of the sound. So we're gonna redo this again, and I want you to focus on that really buzzy sort of sound to where you're actually putting the resonance back in the chords so they can start to resonate and get back some phonation. Let's do it again. Are you holding your breath? I am. Now, there's a combination of these kinds of exercises that will actually carefully and gently stretch your vocal folds, even if you have nodules, even if you've had vocal surgery, even if you have a paralyzed vocal fold. There are so many benefits to this. And what happens is it starts to allow the cords themselves to be loosened up and to get some, like I said, elasticity and resiliency back in the cords to create phonation. I cover this all in my singing course, my Heal from Home course, Vocal Repair. So I strongly recommend, if this is where you want to go with this, and then once you get your voice healed, you can start to step into actually a little more challenging exercises and ramp it up a little bit. And don't be afraid. Everybody says, oh, I've had a cold. And after this cold, it's never been the same. Or I had COVID, or I had some other thing, and the doctor says vocal rest for, a month or whatever. Well, he's a doctor, and go to the doctor. If again, I make no medical claims, okay? He's your licensed healthcare practitioner. What I've learned is actually, if you don't exercise a muscle, it starts to atrophy over time and you lose strength. And we're better off singing through colds and flus correctly than to wait around for our voice to get better. Okay? Hopefully this was helpful. Again, please like and subscribe to my channel. And until next time, peace out.